name is Alwie and I'm the Special Advisor to the Premier of the Western Cape, advising him on energy. And I'm sure, as most of you have experienced, load shedding has really been disruptive in our lives over the last almost year and a bit. Now, in the Western Cape, we've made certain strategic decisions. Critical to that is that we want to see at how do we create some relief in terms of load shedding to the citizens and to the businesses in the province. And to this end, we're looking at things like a load shedding relief package, which is really focused on the vulnerable communities that we have in the province. But we're also then looking at incentives for smaller businesses that want to move to alternative energy sources. We also would like to incentivize products and services that are energy efficient driven. And again, as part of our program, looking at immediate load shedding relief. But we also want to create a less reliance on a national network that we have found over the last few years has become less and less reliable. And we set ourselves some very aggressive targets. So by 2035, we'd like to see about 5,700 megawatts of own generation. And effectively, that should buffer us against any load shedding that takes place in the province. But to achieve that, it's not going to be as simple as saying we need 5,700 megawatts, but we'd actually have to work at how do we execute projects to get us to that. So we've got 4 focus areas in the province. The first one is we're going to look at demand side management. How do we manage the demand behavior of our citizens? What kind of tools do we have available to be able to assist us with that? Then we want to look at a resource plan over the next 30 to 50 years, a provincial IRP, where we're going to look at alternative energy options over the next 30 to 50 years for the province. What's available, what technology, at what cost, in which time frames. The other important factor that we need to consider is, do we have our own generation in place by then? And for this we have what we call a new generation program. To support that generation program, we're going to need network infrastructure upgrades. And again here we've put a program together called Network Planning Program, which really looks at how do we upgrade the transmission and distribution networks to cater for this new generation that we see happening by 2035. So we do have a plan in the province. It is a more sustainable plan. The idea is that it will shift us over the next 2 years away from load shedding. But in the interim, we will look at how do we buffer that for you and for the citizens in the province.